When most people think about managing diabetes, they usually focus on the basics, cutting down on sugar and carbohydrates, taking their medications as prescribed, and checking their blood sugar levels regularly. These steps are important, but there's something else that often gets overlooked, and it could make a huge difference in how you feel every day. That missing piece is minerals. Minerals are tiny nutrients that your body needs to work properly, and they play a much bigger role in diabetes than most people realize. They help your insulin work the way it should, protect your nerves from damage, and even help prevent serious complications that can come with diabetes. But here's the problem. Many people with diabetes are actually low on the minerals their bodies need most, and they don't even know it. If you're someone who feels tired all the time, has aches and pains, or finds it hard to keep your blood sugar steady, you might be missing out on these essential minerals. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 minerals every person with diabetes should know about. And if you stick with me, I'll also share the best foods and supplements to help you get enough of these minerals every single day. So let's get started with the first mineral, which is magnesium. Magnesium is one of those things you probably don't think about much, but it's actually super important for your health, especially if you have diabetes. For people with diabetes, low magnesium is more common than you might think. Every time your blood sugar goes up, your kidneys have to work extra hard to get rid of the extra sugar. But while they're doing that, they also flush out a lot of magnesium. Over time, this constant loss can leave you running low, and that makes it even harder to keep your blood sugar steady. What's even worse is that low magnesium makes your body less sensitive to insulin. That means your blood sugar stays high, which causes you to lose even more magnesium. It's like a never-ending cycle, and most people don't even realize it's happening. The signs of magnesium deficiency can look like everyday problems, so it's easy to miss. For example, if you get muscle cramps, especially in your legs and feet, that could be a sign. Magnesium helps your muscles relax, so when you don't have enough, you might feel tightness or cramping. If you're always tired, even after a good night's sleep, that's another clue. Magnesium is key for making the energy your cells need to work. Nerve issues like tingling, numbness, or burning sensations can get worse when you're low on magnesium. If you've been feeling anxious or having trouble sleeping, magnesium might be the missing link because it helps calm your nervous system. Even irregular heartbeats or palpitations can be a sign, since magnesium helps your heart muscles contract properly. But low magnesium doesn't just cause annoying symptoms, it can actually damage many systems in your body. It can affect fertility in both men and women, lower your interest in intimacy, and make nerve pain worse. Your kidneys can suffer too because magnesium helps prevent calcium from building up and causing kidney stones. Eye health can decline, as magnesium keeps blood vessels flexible and helps prevent diabetic eye problems. The heart and blood vessels are especially at risk since magnesium keeps blood pressure in check, prevents arteries from getting stiff, and reduces inflammation. Without enough magnesium, your blood vessels may tighten, your blood pressure can spike, and your risk of heart attacks and strokes goes up. On a cellular level, magnesium helps insulin do its job by activating insulin receptors so glucose can enter your cells. It also helps make ATP, which is the fuel your cells run on. So low magnesium leaves you feeling drained and exhausted. Magnesium keeps calcium in check inside your cells, but when it's low, calcium builds up where it shouldn't, causing muscle stiffness, inflammation, and damage. The good news is you can fix magnesium deficiency with the right foods. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best sources, with just a small handful giving you a good chunk of your daily needs. Cooked spinach, almonds, dark chocolate, and avocados are also great choices. These foods don't just help with magnesium, they also support blood sugar control and overall health. If you want something more gourmet, dishes like miso-glazed salmon with sesame spinach or almond-crusted fish with sautéed greens can give you a big magnesium boost. Even a dark chocolate mousse can help satisfy your sweet tooth while giving you more magnesium. If you need an extra boost, supplements can help, but not all are created equal. Magnesium glycinate and magnesium bisglycinate are some of the best options because they're easy to absorb and gentle on your stomach. Avoid magnesium oxide, which doesn't absorb well and can cause digestive issues. But remember, you also need to avoid foods and habits that drain magnesium from your body. White bread, pasta, and processed grains have been stripped of magnesium, and too much sugar makes your body lose even more. Caffeine, especially from energy drinks and sodas, blocks magnesium absorption, and alcohol depletes magnesium and interferes with how your body uses it. Even too much calcium, especially from supplements, can compete with magnesium and make deficiency worse. So if you've been feeling drained, struggling with muscle cramps, noticing more nerve pain, or dealing with blood sugar swings, fixing a magnesium deficiency could be the missing piece you need. Imagine waking up with more energy, fewer aches, and better control over your blood sugar, just by making a few simple changes to your diet and habits. It's amazing how something as small as a mineral can have such a big impact on your health. And the best part is, you don't have to make huge changes to see results. By adding a few magnesium-rich foods to your meals, being mindful of what drains your magnesium, and considering a good supplement if you need it, you can start feeling better and taking control of your diabetes. So are you ready to discover the other minerals that can make a difference in your life? Keep watching, because the next mineral is just as important, and you won't want to miss how it can help you feel your best every single day. Now that you know how important magnesium is for your body and how it can make a real difference in your daily life, let's move on to another mineral that's just as vital but often ignored: zinc. Zinc might not get as much attention as some other nutrients, but for people with diabetes, it's a true game changer. Many people don't realize that diabetes can actually make you lose zinc faster than usual. When your blood sugar is high, your body tries to get rid of the extra sugar by making you urinate more often. But every time you go to the bathroom, you're not just losing water, you're also losing zinc. This is a big deal because your pancreas, the organ that makes insulin, needs zinc to work properly. Without enough zinc, your pancreas can't release insulin the way it should, and that makes it even harder to keep your blood sugar under control. On top of that, if you have chronic inflammation, which is common in people with diabetes, your body uses up even more zinc to try to repair itself. Some medications, like certain blood pressure pills, can also lower your zinc levels, making it even more likely that you'll end up with a deficiency. The tricky thing about zinc is that the signs of not having enough are easy to miss or blame on something else. For example, if you notice that small cuts or wounds take a long time to heal, that could be a sign you're low on zinc. If you seem to catch every cold or bug that goes around, your immune system might be struggling because it doesn't have enough zinc to fight off germs. Some people with low zinc find themselves craving sugar more than usual, because zinc helps control both insulin and appetite. Skin problems like dryness, acne, or rashes that just won't go away can also be clues, since zinc is important for skin repair. You might even notice changes in your sense of taste or smell, see white spots on your nails, or experience thinning hair. Zinc is involved in so many parts of your body that when you don't have enough, things can start to go wrong in lots of different ways. For example, zinc is needed for hormone balance, so if you're low, it can affect fertility for both men and women. Men might notice lower testosterone levels and sluggish sperm, while women might have irregular cycles or trouble getting pregnant. Both men and women can experience a drop in libido, since zinc is tied to the hormones that drive sexual desire and energy. Your nerves can also suffer with more pain, tingling, or burning sensations, and your kidneys are at risk because zinc helps control inflammation. Even your eyes can be affected, as zinc is crucial for keeping your vision sharp and protecting against diabetic eye problems. Your heart and blood vessels need zinc too, because it helps keep inflammation down, prevents arteries from getting stiff, and helps regulate cholesterol. Without enough zinc, your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and strokes goes up. On a deeper level, zinc is essential for insulin to work properly. It helps insulin attach to the right spots on your cells so that sugar can move from your blood into your cells for energy. If you don't have enough zinc, this process slows down, making it even harder to control your blood sugar. Your pancreas also needs zinc to store and release insulin, so a deficiency can make everything work less efficiently. Zinc is also a powerful antioxidant, which means it helps fight off damage and inflammation in your body. Without enough zinc, your cells can get damaged more easily, age faster, and not work as well, which can make diabetes complications worse. The best way to get more zinc is through your food. Oysters are the top source, but if you don't like seafood, beef liver, pumpkin seeds, grass-fed beef, and chickpeas are all great options. If you enjoy trying new recipes, dishes like oyster sashimi, beef tartar, or grilled lamb chops with pumpkin seeds can give you a big zinc boost while also tasting delicious. If you're not getting enough zinc from food, high-quality supplements can help. The best forms are zinc picolinate and zinc bisglycinate, which are easy for your body to absorb and gentle on your stomach. Most people do well with 15 to 30 milligrams per day, but it's important to balance zinc with copper if you're taking supplements for a long time, since they compete for absorption in your body. But just like with magnesium, there are foods and habits that can make zinc deficiency worse. Diets high in sugar can increase your need for zinc, because your body uses more zinc to process all that extra sugar. Whole grains and legumes contain something called phytates, which can block zinc from being absorbed, but soaking or sprouting these foods can help. Too much calcium, especially from dairy or supplements, can also interfere with zinc absorption. Alcohol is another big problem, as it depletes zinc and increases inflammation, making insulin resistance worse. Junk food and highly processed foods are also bad news, since they lack nutrients and can cause more inflammation, draining your zinc levels even further. Zinc might be one of the most underrated minerals for people with diabetes, but it's absolutely essential. Without enough zinc, insulin doesn't work as well, blood sugar control becomes harder, and complications can develop faster. By boosting your zinc intake through food or supplements, you can improve your insulin sensitivity, protect your nerves, support your heart, and even enhance your fertility and libido. You'll also notice better wound healing, fewer sugar cravings, and a stronger immune system. Now let's talk about the third mineral that's often forgotten but is incredibly important for people with diabetes: chromium. Chromium is a mineral that most people don't think about, but if you have diabetes, it can make a big difference in how your body handles sugar. Your body naturally loses chromium through urine, and the more sugar you have in your blood, the harder your kidneys work to get rid of it, taking chromium with it. This is a problem because chromium helps insulin move sugar from your blood into your cells. Without enough chromium, insulin can't do its job as well, and your blood sugar can stay high. Stress, eating a lot of processed carbs, and frequent urination can all make you lose chromium even faster. Since your body doesn't store much chromium, you need to get enough from your food or supplements every day. The tricky part is that chromium deficiency often looks just like regular diabetes problems, so most people don't realize they're low. If you've noticed that your blood sugar is harder to control even though you haven't changed your routine, low chromium could be the reason. Chromium helps regulate both insulin and appetite, so when you don't have enough, your body struggles to manage sugar cravings and hunger. You might feel tired, mentally foggy, or sluggish, and some people even experience mood swings or anxiety, since chromium helps with brain function. If the deficiency gets worse, you might start feeling tingling or burning in your hands and feet, as low chromium can affect your nerves. Chromium is also important for hormone balance, so low levels can lower testosterone and sperm quality in men and cause irregular cycles or hormonal imbalances in women. It's also needed for good circulation and energy, so low chromium can reduce your sex drive and make you feel more tired overall. Your nerves can take a hit too because without enough chromium, your blood sugar swings more wildly, putting extra stress on your nerves and increasing the risk of nerve damage. Your kidneys are also at risk, since chromium helps protect them from damage caused by high blood sugar. Even your vision can suffer, as low chromium has been linked to worsening diabetic eye problems. Your heart and blood vessels need chromium too. It helps control cholesterol and fat metabolism, so when levels drop, bad cholesterol can rise, arteries can stiffen, and your risk of heart disease goes up. On a cellular level, chromium acts like insulin's helper. It's part of something called the glucose tolerance factor, which makes insulin work better at moving sugar into your cells. When chromium is low, insulin becomes weaker, so your blood sugar stays high and your pancreas has to work even harder. Over time, this can lead to worse insulin resistance. Chromium also helps your body break down carbs and fats, so when it's missing, your body struggles to use glucose efficiently, leaving you tired and more likely to gain weight. The good news is that you can boost your chromium levels naturally with the right foods. Broccoli is one of the best sources, with just half a cup giving you a big chunk of your daily needs. Grape juice is high in chromium too, but since it's sugary, people with diabetes should drink it in small amounts. Brazil nuts are another great option, with just one nut giving you a good portion of your daily chromium needs. Lean beef and eggs also contain chromium, so adding these to your meals can help. If you like gourmet meals, dishes like Japanese Wagyu steak with sautéed broccoli and Brazil nut pesto, or Mediterranean-style grilled lamb chops with grape reduction and asparagus, can give you a big chromium boost while also supporting your heart health. If you want something rich, a French-style duck liver pâté with poached eggs and truffle-roasted mushrooms can deliver a good dose of chromium and support your insulin function. If you're not getting enough chromium from food, supplements can help. The best forms are chromium picolinate and chromium polynicotinate, which are easy for your body to absorb and help improve insulin function. A good starting dose is 200 to 500 micrograms per day, but it's important to monitor how your blood sugar responds and talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement. Chromium is needed only in small amounts, so it's important not to take too much. Always start with the lowest effective dose and see how your body responds. If you're unsure, your healthcare provider can help you decide what's right for you. Remember, supplements are just that, a supplement to a healthy diet, not a replacement for real food. The best results come from combining good food choices with smart supplementation when needed. Just like with magnesium and zinc, there are certain foods and habits that can make chromium deficiency worse. Diets high in refined sugar and processed carbs are some of the biggest culprits, because they increase your body's need for chromium and cause you to lose more through urine. Too much dairy can also block chromium absorption since calcium competes with chromium in your body. Processed foods like white bread, pastries, and sugary drinks not only lack chromium but also make insulin resistance worse, which is the last thing you want if you're trying to manage diabetes. Alcohol is another major problem as it speeds up chromium loss and makes it harder for your body to keep stable levels. If you want to keep your chromium levels healthy, focus on whole foods, limit processed snacks, and be mindful of your sugar and alcohol intake. Chromium may not be the first thing you think about when it comes to diabetes management, but it plays a huge role in keeping your blood sugar stable, improving how well your insulin works, and supporting your metabolism. If you find yourself craving sugar all the time, struggling with energy, or feeling like your blood sugar is out of control even though you're doing everything right, boosting your chromium intake could make a real difference. The changes might not happen overnight, but over time you'll likely notice more stable energy, fewer cravings, and better blood sugar numbers. It's amazing how these small nutrients can have such a big impact on your health and quality of life. So to wrap things up, managing diabetes isn't just about cutting carbs, taking medicine, and checking your blood sugar. It's also about making sure your body has all the minerals it needs to work its best. Magnesium, zinc, and chromium are three of the most important minerals for people with diabetes, and being low on any of them can make it much harder to keep your blood sugar under control and avoid complications. The good news is you can get more of these minerals by making smart food choices, being aware of what drains them from your body, and using supplements wisely if you need them. By paying attention to these often overlooked nutrients, you can take real steps toward feeling better, having more energy, and protecting your health for the long run. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below. Let me know which of these minerals you think you need to focus on more, or share your own tips for managing diabetes. And if you're serious about taking control of your health, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we've got even more game-changing tips and easy-to-understand advice on diabetes management coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, small changes can lead to big results. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.